Okay, so I have to rant. I absolutely have to rant. I have to talk about this. Okay, so this is actually about like the comment section and stuff like that. But firstly, terrible video. She never answers the question. Yeah, what about the rapists and pedophiles? She never answers it. Like she never gives any alternative prison. So the dog shit video. But then again, every video centered around what they think is prison abolition is either not prison abolition. It's either just like replacing it with something that's pretty much the same, or yeah, just a prison but nicer, or it's just like they just never give an answer. So anyway, so basically, I was arguing. I dropped a few comments throughout this section, but anyway, that's irrelevant. There's only one comment I made pretty much that's relevant. Okay, so case in point, there's two people. There's me, and then there's this fucking faggot. This guy right here. This complete and utter piece of fucking subhuman dog shit. So, he makes a comment, and I, give my reply, and you can pause it if you want to read it, or go to the video itself, or whatever. I don't care. But anyway, he leaves a reply that's full of, complete nonsense and whatever, and so I pick it apart piece by piece. Like, you can see here, I literally quote him, right? See here, I quote him again. I quote him yet again. You see, I'm quoting each part of it, and I'm explaining why what he's saying is, complete horseshit, right? And now, mind you, this reply is not that long. Like, look at me. Look at this, right? That's it. That's all my reply is. That's it. Now, I looked at it, and, it is exactly 979 words. Approximately 2 pages of a book or any kind of novel. Or, 10 times shorter than it would take to, watch the video that it's posted under. Mind you. And of course, part of my comment is literally just quoting this dude. So I have to ask, if this is considered a long comment by some mentally ill person's perception, then what is a short comment? Or what is a medium length comment? I'm genuinely curious. Can someone explain to me what is a medium length comment? Because if anyone can tell me, what's the number count? How many words does it take, right? How many goddamn words does it take to the point where you'll not reply to it? Because I have no idea. Everyone has a different tolerance limit, which is exactly why this reply, I'm not reading all that, but go off, I guess. This guy's a fucking asshole. This is what happens when you get into an argument. This person does not elaborate upon what they're talking about. They never give any explanation for their alternatives or what they're saying. And so I try to get the questions. I try to go over things and explain things in detail and be rational and respectable. But then this piece of shit doesn't even bother. I'm not reading all that. Dude, this is 2 pages of a book. This is shorter than virtually every internet article or every essay ever. This is the length you would expect a reply to be. This is not fucking War and Peace. This isn't even as long as the video you've apparently fucking watched. With no real takeaway, no real observation to make. So this is, I'm making this video to highlight a problem in internet discourse. I guess a lack of internet discourse. Though I suppose the term internet discourse is probably the least respectable term you could possibly use, I guess. This is basically the problem, right? You make a bunch of points. You are really good at making your points. You put detail into something, and then you get punished for putting detail into it. And mind you, I did not waffle on. I did not use an excess of words. I got directed to the point. I quote him a lot. In other words, for one quote of his, right, I give, we'll give an exact example. For this, for this quotation, this is my response, right, to this quotation here, you see, the one above it. That is a reasonable amount of words to use for his amount of words. Do you understand? This is the problem. This has happened so many times. I write a response that isn't even long, mind you. A really normal length, mind you. That takes only how long would it take you to read this? 5 minutes? Yeah, how long does it take to read 2 pages of a book? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Some people could even do it in 3 minutes. Literally, that's how long it takes you to read this. You can even pause yourself to read it. And this guy's I'm not reading all that. I'm not reading all that, but go off, I guess. This dude's a fucking faggot. Holy shit. But this has happened to me so many times, and none of the comments or replies I ever leave, whether it's Reddit, Twitter, it's definitely not Twitter. But I have made multiple, like you can't put that many characters into a tweet, but you can make a series of tweets, right? Like one after the other that reply to yourself, and I don't know. Maybe no one's actually maybe I've never had that experience on Twitter. I'm not really sure. I was just listed like a social media site, but certainly on Reddit, on Tumblr, and on YouTube, of course. Like this is really like this is such a horrible thing in internet discourse. I have to just call out these people because it's not just about this particular asshole. It's just they're an example of it. Like this is a person in action, an example of it, right? I'll never get answers to my question. They don't have any answers to my question. Maybe they even did read it, but they didn't want to reply because they have nothing to say. They realize they're in the wrong, but they can't admit it. Like a sane, healthy, mature adult, they have to be, a little bitch about it. So that's basically it. That's what happens when you put effort into things and you try to make sense of things and you give a good response, not even a lengthy response, just a normal length response, and this is what you get. This needs to stop happening. If you can't even read, dude, like, God help you. Like, there's no point in arguing with these kind of people. They're fucking insane. They're losers. And, like, what is the point of, like I put all this effort into this, and that's what I get for all this effort. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, it takes far longer to write it than it does to read it, as with anything in life. That's what happens. That's basically what you get. This is why I'll never be able to have a conversation about anything. You can't. Because if you even begin to use a tiny amount of words, people just stop. And again, it might not even be because of the amount of words. It might just be because when you give people an argument and they have none, they can't really continue to respond, but they don't admit they're wrong. That never happens. Like, when have you ever seen anyone on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Tumblr, whatever, ever admit they're wrong about anything? Maybe they'll do it, but they'll be an asshole about it. Like, okay, maybe I didn't have a citation for that. Maybe I made it up for absolutely no reason. But you know what? I disagree with your politics overall, so I still win. Or some shit like that. People are stupid. So that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to make this rant. I just wanted to make this rant. That's really it.